The one thing I do love about the sleep peptide is that if I do go to bed late, I still notice that I get good restorative sleep. I still get more deep and more REM, more sleep cycles than I would. And one of the things I don't think people realize is the importance of actual sleep cycles, because like you said earlier, that lymphatic system, that's what cleans the brain really good. And I've actually noticed a pretty decent increase in that. And so that's, I think, one of the factors that's really helped me wake up, and what helps us wake up feeling more refreshed, more clearer minded, that brain fog's gone, and just kind of ready to tackle the day.
So when I do this, and so I'd like to know what you do. Do you, when you're sleep, you're more strict than I am with your sleep. You also have young kids. I'm like free for all at my house these days. Do you take the Restore at a certain time every day, or do you take it whenever you're about to go to sleep, no matter what time that is?
So I usually take my Calm.
Okay.
In the evening. Sometimes.
Do you do it in hot water, or do you just shoot
I don't. I have done it in the hot water. I do like it like that.
I like it.
It is good. I do like it. I do too. I usually just put it under my tongue, and I like just let it sit there as long as I can. My problem is it tastes so darn good that I find myself like, trying to keep it in there, but I just want to it's so good.
You looked at it when you did that though? I did it one time, and I put it in my mouth. You know, I'm a dentist, and I'm also a girl, so I don't know how I ended up in the mirror. And I was like, "What is all this brown stuff?"
Is it brown? I've never noticed it. That's funny.
Okay, look in the mirror.
Okay,
put chlorine in your mouth. Don't do that.
I'm probably never gonna want it. I know.
No, it's not bad. I mean, I don't think it's staining our teeth. I kind of thought that though. I'm like, is this staining people's teeth? It's on there for like a second. And most people brush their teeth after they use it anyway.
Yeah. See, I do too.
But it was kind of funny. I was like, what is this brown stuff?
Yeah.
It's so good. I'd say
I just think it's purple because the package is purple, you know? But yeah, so I take that, and I usually, it depends. If I'm getting off work and I'm feeling a little stressed, I'll take it on my ride home.
Okay.
If I get home and I'm not feeling particularly like it wasn't a long, stressful day, I'll probably take it between 6, 7 o'clock.
Did you do Restore?
No, this is the Calm. Okay. And then before bed, I will take my Restored pretty much like right before I go to bed. Some people like to take it 30. Some people like to take it an hour. I know my buddy Ben, he actually takes it 2 hours before bed.
Okay. It's not a sedative, so you don't really notice it.
Exactly. It's not
it's just calming your nervous system.
Exactly.
So it's probably a good idea to take it earlier.
Some people, so of course when you're first taking something like that, it is lowering your cortisol levels. So your body will take a little bit to get used to it. It might bring
It's our 120 days we talked about.
Exactly. Your body might be like, whoa, my cortisol level's too low. And so it might shoot it back up. And so it can take a little bit, for your body to equalize it. But I can tell you, after being on it for, what did it come out in November, was it?
Dallas, we got it in Dallas.
So September.
September, yes.
I guess we've been on it for a good 6 months at this point. Yeah. So, I mean, my sleep is just next level. I haven't slept like this in, I don't know, a decade, more than a decade.
So many people are getting such good sleep out of it. Cool. But I just was saying that because my life has been kind of crazy with this wedding and this change in jobs, retiring, doing new jobs. And so my sleep cycle was already, I told you, already bad. Like I already went to bed late.
Yeah.
Already. And so if I go to bed early, I take it. And I go to bed late, I take it. I still feel the same. Like I still feel like I get. Now, I haven't done enough, I had enough time to sit with my ring and obviously, if it's less time in the bed, I'm going to have shorter cycles.
Right.
But I still feel the same whether I get more sleep or less sleep. I still wake up refreshed, which is nice because I was thinking that was not going to happen. Because sometimes we're like, Mark's and I'll get to bed and we're like, we've got 6 hours.
Yeah.
So we get up and take it and we're already in bed, and it's probably already midnight. It's just our life has gotten crazy. Maybe it's going to calm down after this wedding's done. I can get on a better schedule like your schedule. Maybe I can get on 8 or 9 o'clock. It's not even daylight. Is it even dark by 8 or 9 o'clock these days?
Now it's starting to. Yeah, it is starting to now. Yeah, because we noticed last night, we were like, 7:30, we were getting ready to do, it was Saturday night. We were getting ready to put the eggs out for the kids. And we're like, oh my goodness, it's like almost dark. We need to get this egg hung up. So yes, it's starting to get darker earlier now.
Okay, good. Really. There we go, tangent again.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm with you. Sleep is huge. So I do feel like that is... Most people are trying to fix their sleep and their tiredness with caffeine, and that doesn't fix our sleep. We got to go from the inside. Like we're talking about everything else, go from the inside.
Yep.
And the processed food, not a good thing. So we did sleep, baseline.
Yes.
Inflammation is from sleep, food, huge. We talked about that. Processed food, gut health, also does a lot of things with our brain health. So whether we're like mentally healthy, anxiety, depression, all of those things as well.
And that's
Fair.
exactly. And so that's where the working out actually comes in. People don't really know this. So
That's number 3. So
when you're, it's actually pretty awesome. So when you work out, your body actually releases myokines. They're these like little peptide / small proteins, and they actually do a lot of amazing things in the body. But one of the things they do is they actually help with your brain, brain-derived nootropic factor. And it helps just in mood. It helps alleviate things like anxiety and depression. And it's called the hope molecule because it lifts you, it makes you feel better. And it can make such a massive impact in how you feel. And I'm telling you, I can tell the days that I start, like Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are always my workout days. Even when like this morning, I'm not going to lie to you, I woke up and I was like, nah, there's no way I'm working out. Like I just didn't feel it. But got in there, I did it anyway. It wasn't as good of a workout as normal, but afterwards I was like, I feel so much.
It's afterwards, y'all. I'm so glad I did that.
Yes, and I think people miss that. People don't, and I think part of it too is that they're already so stressed. They're already so tired. They already don't have the energy. They already, are just exactly that burnout loop. They're just stuck in that loop, and they don't realize that it's like all connected. And that's why you can tackle one, but if you don't tackle all 3 parts of it,
you're not going
to break out of it.
Slow it down with one, and then slow it down. But then eventually to stop it, it all has to.
Yep. You need to hit the inflammation. You need to hit the sleep. You need to hit the food, and you need to hit the exercise. So I guess really kind of 4 things you need to focus on there to really get that under control.
Yeah.
And
I like to. So now that I've done this health and wellness thing and kind of as my full-time job, it makes me happy to be able to tell people, but I like to dig into, and I know you are too. It's like, okay, tell me what you're eating, tell me what you're doing, when you're exercising, how do you feel, like all the things, because then I can take that information and put it together into like, okay, now I see the problem from like, a higher perspective, like an above the person perspective, because they're in it and they just are just like, I'm miserable, I don't feel good, so I need blah blah blah. And you're like, well, let's look at this like from the inside out, really.
Exactly.
And so a lot of times people, I'm too tired, I can't exercise, and we just talked about I don't have time, I can't exercise, and I don't do it yet, but I probably at one point will get brave enough to be like, well, let's see how much time you put on your phone. There's a way that you can see how much time you put on your phone.
Or how much time do you spend watching Netflix every evening?
Let me check that phone. Give me like the phone police at some point, but I don't want anybody doing it to me, so then maybe I'll do it.
Yeah.
Like judge others. But I do tell them, I say, just go for a walk, if nothing else. So movement is, if that's your baseline, is go for a walk, and that you are going to level off your hormones. Your dopamine and your serotonin are going to get better. Yeah. You're going to feel better if you just move your body.
Especially after a meal.
And after a meal. Yeah.
Helps with that glucose spike.
So tell us that. So it's that movement, that increase in metabolism.
Yep.
And so where normally you'd have a glucose spike like you want to go lay down to go to sleep.
Right.
If you just go for a little bit of a walk, 30 minutes max, like it doesn't even.
So with insulin sensitivity. Yep, that's it. I mean, literally, that's it.
And it doesn't have to be a speed walk. It doesn't have to be with a weight vest.
It can just be
a walk.
Yeah.
So basics. Like, if we have to start at the bottom, just go for a walk.
I mean, sometimes if I'm bad and I eat like, I don't know, something bad, insert, terrible dessert, I literally, this is going to sound so silly, but I go into the kitchen, I pull out one of the kitchen chairs, I put my feet on it, and I do as many, I guess it would be like incline push-ups as I can do until I just do it to failure. That's my combating my bad food behavior, trying to combat that insulin spike.
That's a good one.
Just some, or I'll do some air, just some squats.
Squats or something.
Exactly.
I thought you were going to tell me you walked around the island a bunch of years.
No, that's a good idea. I should chase my kids around there.
Chase kids around the
But I just always try to do, like, if I eat something like that, I just try to do something to help, because the reality of it is the massive insulin spikes really lead to a lot of things. We could, go into everything, but one of the biggest things is just insulin sensitivity. You start getting, you can start going into type 2 diabetes. People don't always realize this either, but when you have a massive insulin spike, it can cause micro tears in your arteries, in your veins and stuff. And your liver, it's going to dispatch that LDL cholesterol that we're also worried about. Okay, there's 2 different types. There's a light, fluffy, and a small, dense. When you have those tears, it actually dispenses those or dispatches those small dents to those little tears to patch it. And that buildup is what we call plaque buildup.
Okay.
And so you need the light, fluffy LDL for your hormones. So it's better to control those sugars than to try to control cholesterol overall, because then you get issues like hormone imbalances and stuff like that. Yeah. So if you can balance that sugar with a simple walk after dinner, or, you know, some push-ups, air squats or something, it's so much better for your overall health than just relying on a medication.